this $1.9 billion capital program. There's no books. It's a 9 through 12 student school, and everyone gets a laptop when they come to the school. It hasn't maybe been as successful as they were hoping, and that could possibly be part of, there's been a bunch of principals, so hopefully once we get a little more stabilized with the administration of the building, it will be successful. But it was the first building to really push the envelope in terms of sustainability for the district, with underground cisterns to meet the Philadelphia Water Department requirement. That fuels all the core bathrooms, flushing toilets and urinals. It has the first vegetated roof in the district. It has solar panels on the roof, and as well as in some of the glazing in the panels. And it received LEED Gold certification under the new construction version 2.1 rating system. So this was a big accomplishment for the district to make ground up, about a $31 million project. Low velocity displacement ventilation system in all the classrooms, and all these buildings are heated and cooled weekly. So we also did quite a bit with daylighting. We brought the windows up to 9'6" in all the classrooms. So it really made a big difference in getting natural light into the classrooms, not using as much energy. And we also have rooftop classroom spaces. That was the intention. I mean, we're here to talk about lessons learned too. So one of the issues is, we'll say that school has had some maybe student control problems, I think is the best way to say it. And it hasn't been able, those classrooms haven't been able to be used the way that they were intended by the district and by the design team. So that's hopefully something that we are working on, so that students can get up there and kind of experience that. The fourth floor of the building, you can see these are the outside classrooms, and the idea was music, science, all of the K through 8 specialty subjects would be on that floor. So it would be kind of like learning labs with outdoor environments to get outside. So that's something we're working on. Aside from putting a cage, basically one of those cages like when you have a gym, kind of on the roof of a school, so basketballs don't go out. That would be the next alternative, really. Construction industry, you know how difficult it is from an operations standpoint to get to that level, even sometimes if you are a LEED building, just because the operations of the building, things maybe aren't used as they were intended in terms of design. A lot of these schools that you'll see up here, they're over capacity. I mean, we talked about having 70,000 empty seats, but what happens is when a new school, I'm sure this happens in Baltimore, a new school comes into the neighborhood, somehow a lot of people automatically somehow have an address in that catchment area. So there's a lot of students that, they want to be in a new school. The parents or whoever, the children's guardian, they think that it's an improved environment for education, which I'd say it is compared to some of our schools. So a lot of schools are above capacity, which is an issue. This school, I'd say, if you want to add something, is unique because there's 400 students and we're kind of holding it back. Did you want to add?
I just want to add, one of the things from an educational standpoint is that this school made AYP its first year. It had never made AYP in its time. So the environment does matter. It does. The principal, as Michael said, a lot of our schools, when we design them, the principal is not the same principal that was in the design. So that's why the standards are so important. You can stick to the standard and say that. But I just wanted to say that this school did make AYP. The principal was over the moon. He was really committed, and it was really a great thing to see, because it really is the holistic picture. It was everything coming together, and really just a great commitment.
And we really put into it very little in terms of hard cost dollars. So one of the pieces that we had to do was we brought the systems, and when I say systems, really controls, HVAC controls and lighting controls, back up to where they were supposed to be performing. So we didn't upgrade anything per se, but things had fallen into disrepair over the roughly 13 years of the building's life. And we really ramped it up, and we brought those back to how they should be performing. So the BAS was brought back, the lighting control system was brought back. We did some upgrades with plumbing fixtures to reduce water.